Peace and welcome to a new Uncanny Top 10. Here's the guidelines. Hit pause if you want to read them all. Otherwise, we present our Top 10 SEGA CD Themes. First up today is Solfège, Stage 1. I've said it before, but let me say it again real quick. Ever since the nerd called this game Solfège, it's gotten a bad rap. It's not the greatest shmup in the history of shmups, but it's not terrible. And one aspect that, in my opinion, is well above average is the soundtrack. Overall, a great theme. It has the energy I want in a theme in a shmup game. I do enjoy relaxing and chill music, but there's a time and a place for that. Here, we need a theme with some kick. I think this would fit well in games like Gradius, Life Force, or even Einhander. In at number 9, we have Final Fight CD, Round 1, Slum 2. Unlike traditional chiptune compositions, the SEGA CD can incorporate live recordings, adding depth to the track. Drum sequences, guitar riffs, and even smooth jazzy style saxophones can all be mixed together to complete full-fledged themes. There is nothing chiptune about this theme. This is a Capcom theme through and through. The horns are what really top it off. There's a richness in the sound that is just unachievable without Red Book audio. And to put it bluntly, it's impossible to match a full-fledged CD quality theme. It's like adults playing football versus a bunch of kids. It's just no match. Sometimes the cards are stacked against you. A wise man once said, "You gotta know when to hold 'em, you gotta know when to fold 'em." Our number 8 spot is held by Sonic CD, Quartz Quadrant, The Good Future theme from the Japanese and European soundtracks. A smooth theme that just hits the spot. If you ever want to sit back and unwind, throw this on. You won't be disappointed. It really fits as the Good Future theme. It's a small reward for your efforts. This was a difficult soundtrack to narrow down. Not only is there nearly 40 themes used in the game, but there's also 2 soundtracks. One for Japan and Europe, and a completely different one for America. So there's nearly 80 themes in this one game. And I like both of the soundtracks, however the Japanese and European version is my favorite. If you're a fan of Hideki Naganuma, then you probably would like this as well. The lucky number 7 spot is held by Jaguar XJ220, BM Mellow. really enjoy listening to this one while racing along. And it's a surprisingly decent game. The gameplay isn't bad, and neither are the graphics. The soundtrack, however, is where this game really shines. Arranged and composed by Martin Iveson, he's composed for a lot of games. Most notably, Tomb Raider, which he's worked on nearly 15 games in the series. Jaguar XJ220 was released in March of 1993, and he did a great job. Our sixth seed is held by Revengers of Vengeance. The intro. Titled Battle Fantasy in Japan, this soundtrack is surprisingly well done. It showcases exactly what the SEGA CD is capable of, and this theme is definitely a tier above the rest. Released mid-1994, the soundtrack was done by Fandango, and with a little research I found it to be a company, and perhaps it could be this Japanese rock and metal record label. They have a bunch of releases, metal fans worldwide might recognize a few. I'm interested in hearing more by the Fandango team, however it seems they didn't compose for that many games, which is a shame. In at number 5, we have Batman Returns, Shrek's Wonderland. Released in 1993, for example, this was the same year as Star Fox on the SNES. And I'm not comparing the quality of the compositions, but just the compression and the overall sound quality. The SEGA CD was on another level. This sounds like a dark and evil version of Ecco the Dolphin. Ecco may sound dark at certain points, but it's not really evil. And all of this is no coincidence. Both are composed by Spencer Nilsson, someone definitely familiar with the SEGA CD. Half of his video game soundtracks come from the console. Unlucky number 4 comes from The Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin, track number 4. Another game released in 1993, and around that era is when the handcuffs really started to come off. The hardware limitations started to mean less and less, and the composers could do more and more. Composed by either Spencer Nilsson or David Young, I couldn't find the credits for individual tracks, but their two names are connected to the soundtrack. It starts out with a killer bass line, and then it continues to build on top of that. It definitely deserves a spot in our top 10. Now Now we have reached our top 3, and in our bronze position, Pop Fomeo, the exploration theme of the Volcanic Zone. This theme is literal fire. Okay, not literally, but it is hot, and it is used in a volcanic zone. It's everything I like in a theme, and I think it achieves all a video game theme should. It's effective at keeping players engaged. An upbeat theme with bright melodies and dynamic instrumentation. Remember kids, 90% of the time, instrumentation is half the battle. I like the clean synths combined with the horns, the funky bass, and drums. It feels quite polished. Our silver position today is held by a game released in Japan only, so it's not very popular outside of the country, but what a soundtrack it is. Here's Seirei Shinseki, Fhey Area, track 71. We like to choose unique and different sounding themes. I don't like hearing 50 themes that all sound the same and just narrowing it down to my favorite couple. When I come across a theme like this, from the first moments, I know it's one that I can get into. Some themes fit very specific scenes and stages, but this is a good theme for many different occasions. It's the perfect condiment. Does your toast need a little jelly? Does your bratwurst need a little ketchup? This is the peanut butter to your jelly. And of course, our honorable mentions. Our gold position today is held by a game known for its unique music. Ecco the Dolphin, the title screen theme. All of the nuances and how everything is assembled together is what really takes this one to the top. This is one of the first soundtracks that I had to stop and take a listen to. A good combination of instrumentation and ambient sounds. Pretty much the whole soundtrack has the same vibe. Arranged and composed by Spencer Nielsen, who has appeared on our top 10 a couple times today already. This is like aquatic ambience, but in CD quality. If you like underwater themes in games, well then do I have good news for you. This is a full game with nothing but underwater themes. The SEGA CD has a treasure trove of hidden gems. There's a blend of retro chiptune and Redbook audio, which is kind of funny because that seems to be a popular trend. I can think of numerous games these days that aimed for exactly what the SEGA CD did and can still do. It remains, in my book, a console of failed dreams, bad execution, a lack of variety in games, but a lot of good music. If we didn't mention your favorite, let us know in the comments. Our next top 10 will be the top 10 Miki Higashino themes. And of course, last but never least, shout out to Golden Tier patrons Bearsona, Quantom X, MJJ, Shadow Juste, and FancyJ. I am ICC. Thanks for watching. Peace.